This ship has been sailing for 28 years. The circuit breaker worked perfectly for 27 of them. Last year, a fleet ETO before me retrofitted this MCCB. The reason? The old unit had mechanical issues, wouldn't latch when closing. From Merlin Garren being obsolete, it was retrofitted to Schneider Electric's NSX 400N series, but something nobody anticipated was about to reveal itself.
Parang ngayon pa lang, magkaintindihan na.
Pero sa tingin ko, mag-trip pa rin yan. Okay. Kahit di pala tumatakbo shop, okay lang mag-close ng basta shop generator. Okay. Sige, try natin i-open. Trip pa rin.
Hydraulic power pack number 2 MCCB kept tripping when entering bus tie breaker split mode operations. A replacement MCCB was installed with what appeared to be equivalent specifications. But during the probing, the new unit's UVT coil has different resistance from the old one.
After copy, may naisip ako.
Does it affect the new parallel circuit dynamics during transient opening of the bus tie breaker or not? Let's probe it on.
I saw the name immediately. I knew this is the guy. Again.
See you next time, mate.
Sige,
Good
thank you
luck.
very much.
Bye.
Nuisance tripping occurred during split mode entry of the bus tie breaker, coupling switch breaker Q2. Only number 2 power pack MCCB Q4 exhibited this behavior, while number 1 and 3 MCCBs Q3 and Q5 operated normally.
Sa pagdidesign ng breaker, sinasaalang-alang din yung mga coil ng under voltage. So dahil magkakaiba na siya, ito bago na bagong model, ito luma. Ito na iba.
Pero ang main reason nung to na nag-trip nung una, anong problema nun?
Yung number 2,
Yung isa, yung pinalit.
yung mechanism niya.
Mechanism yung problema
Oo.
nun.
Yung locking mechanism niya kahit sa normal position, hindi na niya kayang i-hold, kaya bumibitaw. Okay yung coil pero yung locking mechanism,
Locking.
kahit tulungan ko sa umpisa, halimbawa normal, energize, tutulungan ko tapos mag-trip, pag i-reset mo hindi na niya nilalock sa off position, lagi
Kaya-
siyang nasa gitna.
Then a second issue emerged, intermittent blowing of control circuit fuses F7 to F8 main bus bar voltage supply and F9 to F10 shaft generator bus bar voltage supply. During the instantaneous millisecond power transition when entering split mode, i.e. opening of the coupling switch breaker -Q2. For starters, the MSBD control circuit for split mode has redundant power supply for reliability. It receives 380 volts 50 Hz AC from two sources, the main bus bar voltage through fuses F7 to F8 and the shaft generator bus bar voltage through fuses F9 to F10. Both sources feed downstream loads such as 1. Coupling switch -Q2 control circuit, and 2. Hydraulic power pack units UVT 220 volt coil supply through transformer -T3.
Because last
Yung
time
mga
how I do,
control
I
ng-
see the item, the name
control
of the item,
voltage
and I
ng
order it. But
220.
inside the item, Item
Under
name
voltage
was
coil.
different and the specific.
Now this one is
Mano-mano ba kayo nag-operate ng
Coupling.
coupling switch?
Connect, disconnect.
Wala bang automatic yan? Kasi may ano, may closing motor, oh.
No, but there's a different buttons. We have 3 expancas, 3 types.
Saan ba yung
Manual kami mag-connect ito. Hold lang.
okay.
But
Tapos
it's on
pag
the
disconnect
order
namin
or
ito,
it's still in the draft.
Yung charging motor, nag-charge siya, hindi na kayo nag...
Ah, wala na.
I ordered the
Nagka-frank.
paint, nothing arrived. I ordered this
Yung
fixed
charging
gas
motor
detector
niya,
system. Oxygen card is dead. Also
Nakadepende
ordered,
rin dito.
nothing arrived.
You see, the
Sige, tingnan muna natin to.
element in motors more than 1 year.
4F7.
But the motor still running or not?
Base dito,
The
naka-open eh.
motor is on order now. This
now it's not-
anyway, this motor is even it's
Anong
not
ka-
very-
ano niya?
it can be used.
It will be used.
Kapares niya 8, di ba?
So,
But the heating element now is only 6 working.
no,
Before it's 12.
but still it's okay. For me it's important that at least he is blowing. Because you can connect to the manifold and by air he will blow and he dry the line. For me it's important manifold. So no heating element it should be in the winter time because
7, 8.
when it's freezing
Wala.
outside and it's just blowing it's freeze.
The order before is 9. Now
Yan, meron.
you need
Ito, meron.
18.
Ito yung
Supply player.
supply side
The
yung
motor
baba.
also in the
Yes,
order.
Yeah, motor also.
Ito ang wala. 7, 8.
I have variant that we in the low level but nothing is working.
Dahil busted to.
Bullshit.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Busted.
Step.
Yung P4 hindi magano.
Nag-close yung ano, K2.
Oo.
Dahil nagkaroon ako ng ano eh.
ng contact.
Tanggalin ko na lang. Yun yung minsan na nangyayari kapag meron kang low resistance na ano, shunt nito.
Here's where the troubleshooting got interesting.
Redundant power siya kaya hindi natin napapansin na may problema.
Oo. Kahit busted siya, meron din dito pa rin sa kabila.
Mm.
Anong fuse naman yon?
9 and 10. Ito.
Dito sa baba, ito to.
Mm. Kapag nagsabayan,
Oo.
saka yung 7, 8. Wala ka talagang
yun,
control.
Kahit wala yung dito, kung wala ito, doon naman, okay lang.
Mm.
When fuse F7 blew on one occasion, no unwanted tripping occurred during split mode operations.
Wala talaga.
Anong ano na?
Time to replace the busted fuse F7.
2 amps.
Energize yung K2, siya yung default na relay na magko-close nito para may supply yung T3 transformer.
Wala siya dito.
Mm.
Dagdag kaalaman na naman.
So kung open yung coupling switch mo, wala kang control dito. Hindi tumatakbo ang engine, main engine. Walang voltage to. So wala ka ring supply dito.
After F7 was replaced, unwanted tripping immediately returned.
Meron na.
Similarly, when F10 blew during another incident, we operated for several days without replacement and experienced 0 unwanted trips.
2 ampere.
Baka sa
Testing, sir.
alarm view.
Yun. Nag-close na yung contactor.
Close na.
Mm.
Nung mapalitan.
Oo, nung mapalitan.
Mamaya ako man.
Yung K4.
Once F10 was replaced, the tripping problem came back. This pattern suggested that the redundant power supply itself was part of the problem,
May redundant
not the
power na siya.
solution.
Yung split. Para tayo.
O, naka-split na.
Naka-split yan ngayon.
Ayaw, naka-split na nga. Ibig sabihin yung...
Synchronize. Oo. Nagawa na namin kanina eh. Kaya namin nalaman na nagtitrip.
This troubleshooting went through multiple iterations, including transformer secondary load isolation, voltage measurements under switching conditions, and detailed circuit analysis. The breakthrough came when we examined the fundamental difference between the original and replacement UVT coils, not just in DC resistance but in AC impedance characteristics.
Nakagandahan ng nandito sa harap yung ano.
Oo, madaling sukatin kaysa ipupunta ka pa rin sa likod.
D1 sa brown.
Here, we will test the transient voltage value at the critical time when the bus bar splits.
243. Sige, ready na.
Connect natin.
So,
Hindi naman nag-trip.
tuwing mag-i-split lang yun eh.
Pag ano, kasi pa rin.
So, i-split ko na. Pwede na.
Sige.
Hindi natin yung momentary na
Yan. Trip.
wala naman ako napansin na ano,
Hindi naman...
nawala yung supply.
Oo.
So may supply.
Hmm. Ang rating ng coil $220 to $240. Under voltage niya below 208. IEC below 220. Hindi naman siya bumaba ng 220 nung nag sudden
Pa rin maigit eh.
sudden split. Oo.
Here's what the measurements revealed. Original number 2 UVT coil, 0.781 mega ohms resistance, 8 VA rating.
Power pack number 3.
Number 3 UVT coil, 0.601 mega ohms resistance, 8 VA rating.
Grabe, oh. Nawag ka nila ito.
Wala namang ano yan. Power.
Electrode supply.
Pwede nating disconnect to para ma-verify. Ayan na, 0.658.
Number 1 UVT coil, 0.658 mega ohms resistance, 8 VA rating.
And then ito. Bumaba, di ba?
Basta give up eh.
Never give up.
Give up. Ako last year, December. Ay, bigyan kami ng December.
Moment of truth. Tene.
New replacement number 2
Yun, no?
UVT coil, 3.48 kilo ohms resistance, 10 VA rating.
Sa taas.
0.6 mega ohms.
Yan.
Kilo ohm lang.
Ito,
3
kilo ohm lang, 3.4.
Baka sa ano talaga, sa type nung breaker.
Anong tawag dun sa part na sinusupply natin?
Ito. Under voltage strip.
Under voltage strip yan.
Pag nawala ng supply itong shop generator bus bar saka main bus bar,
Direct siya.
trip siya.
Under voltage.
Pangalawang magti-trip sa kanya si K30, yung preferential trip. Pag nag-overload ang running generator, yun ang unang-unang iti-trip niya. mga heavy load.
Yun yung hinahanapan natin ng ground supply. Or hahanapan natin ng bus supply.
Ganito yan eh, analyze natin.
Under voltage.
The problem is immediately apparent. The new coil has a resistance nearly 200 times lower than the original coils, 3.48 kilo ohms versus approximately 0.7 mega ohms, and a higher VA rating, 10 VA versus 8 VA. In a DC analysis, the new 3.48 kilo ohm coil would draw significantly more current than the original high resistance coils. At 220 volts DC, the new coil would draw I equals 220 volts divided by 3,480 ohms equals 63.2 milliamps, while the original coils would draw approximately I equals 220 volts divided by 700,000 ohms equals 0.31 milliamps. That's over 200 times more current. But this is an AC system. The actual impedance includes inductive reactance. A coil with much lower DC resistance but higher VA rating must have significantly different inductance characteristics to achieve that rating at 220 volts AC. For the new 10 volt ampere coil at 220 volts, I equals 10 volt amperes divided by 220 volts equals 45.5 milliamps. For the original 8 volt ampere coils at 220 volts, I equals 8 volt amperes divided by 220 volts equals 36.4 milliamps. While the steady state current difference seems modest, about 25% higher, the impedance characteristics are fundamentally different. The original coils have very high resistance and low inductance, predominantly resistive impedance. The new coil has low resistance and must have high inductance to limit current to 45.5 milliamps, predominantly inductive impedance. The key insight: the new coil had fundamentally different impedance characteristics. Low R, high L, compared to the original coils, high R, low L, which created current imbalance and voltage transients during switching operations, despite both being suitable for 220 volts AC operation.
Pag naka-off, walang power.
Walang power,
Pero kapag may AC supply na siya, impedance na siya.
In a DC circuit, a coil presents only resistive opposition to current flow. If you measure the coil with an ohmmeter, that resistance value tells you everything you need to predict current draw using Ohm's law, I equals V over R. In an AC circuit, the same coil presents impedance, which includes both resistance and inductive reactance. This means the actual current draw depends not just on resistance but on the coil's inductance and the system frequency, 50 Hz in our case.
3.2 kilo. Yung inductor niya, yung Henry, millihenry niya, iba rin ang value. So affected yung yung current. Ito parehas ng current. Ito mababa. Mataas.
Mataas siya kasi mababa yung resistance.
Iti-trip niya to dahil ito ay ito ay under voltage trip. Although ang rating niya 200, 220 to 240 kasi doon sa picture kanina, doon lang siya dapat maglalaro yung coil. So below 220 i-interpret niya na low voltage trip niya to. Yung momentary lang na yun, yung in-rush current na mataas na nga to sa steady state, pero sa in-rush yung once na pumasok siya loading, tataas pa lalo. Kaya yung analysis ko dito, yung coil nito 0.6 mega ohm, ito dapat yung high.
Yan yung duda ko kanina eh.
Nalito ito high,
Isa low.
ito low,
Yan, high ulit.
ito high. So kung may high current ka dito sa dalawa, yung KCL na tinatawag, KCL, ano yung KCL? Kirchhoff's current law. The current entering the node is equal to the current leaving the node. So ito, kung may current ka halimbawa na 10 dyan, nasa-subdivide dyan, depende dun sa load mo dito. Tapos kung halimbawa dito meron kang value ng current, yung 10 dito
5.
madadiverse na dito saka dito. Meron ka pa uling current dito
Iba
saka
naman dyan.
dito. Nabawasan na, konti na dito, babawasan pa ulit dito. So kung dito ay meron kang value na mataas ang current, konti na lang yung current na nandito dito, aagawan pa niya dito. So since ito mataas ang demand ng current, yan rush, ito minimal na lang yung current dito. Hindi na natin ito ma-apply, pero may inrush current ka pa rin dun sa lahat ng yun. Inrush current, pero lugi dito kay Q4. Sa hatian, lugi siya.
We then applied Kirchhoff's current law to the parallel configuration. The total current entering the UVT coil supply node equals the sum of currents through each UVT coil branch. With 3 coils in parallel, current distributes according to each path's impedance.
Nabibigay sa yung current. Ano yung magko-compensate sa kanya? Capacitor.
Parang storage.
Sige, mag-experiment tayo. Huwag muna tayong mag-wiring. Maglagay tayo ng capacitor doon across Q4. So para ma-compensate natin yung lagging voltage, maglagay tayo ng capacitor para ma-compensate to. Maglagay tayo dito.
Join me on the next episode as we keep on probing.
Hanap tayo.